Welcome to 6th semester botany students. I am Dr. Suresh Kumar C, working in Marani Science College for Women, Bengaluru. In this session, I will explain about anaerobic respiration, respiratory quotient and factors affecting respiration. Anaerobic respiration. So anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. In this type of respiration, carbon dioxide is produced but no atmospheric oxygen is used. So this is therefore called anaerobic respiration. Respiration, that is respiration without air. Anaerobic respiration is the only method of respiration in many kinds of fungi. So this type of anaerobic respiration is called as fermentation. Anaerobic respirations are classified into two types, that is lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation. Fermentation is the biological oxidation occurring in the absence of oxygen for the breakdown of organic molecules to release energy, ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. So it occurs in the cytoplasm. It takes place in the absence of oxygen. It is very common in bacteria and yeast. In fermentation, the organic compounds are passed through the glycolysis for oxidation. During glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid through a series of reactions. In bacteria and yeast, the pyruvic acid is converted into acetaldehyde and carbon dioxide by the enzyme pyruvate decarboxylase. So pyruvic acid, so after the glycolysis, so that is converted into acetaldehyde in the presence of an enzyme carboxylase, so where the carbon dioxide which is also formed. In the next step, acetaldehyde is converted into ethyl alcohol by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase in the presence of NADH2. Then acetaldehyde reacts with NADH2 where in the presence of an alcohol dehydrogenase, so where it gives rise to ethyl alcohol and NAD. So during the fermentation, the pyruvate, so that is converted into ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide and two molecules of ATP is formed. Lactic acid fermentation. It occurs in the cytoplasm. It takes place in the absence of oxygen. It is very common in animal muscles. In anaerobic respiration, organic compounds are passed through the glycolysis for oxidation. During glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid through a series of reactions. In muscles and some bacteria, the pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid by the enzyme lactate dehydrogenase. So this reaction uses NADH2 with the release of NAD. Pyruvic acid, so that was combined with NADH2 in the presence of lactic acid dehydrogenase, so lactic acid is formed. The end products of anaerobic oxidation are energy, lactic acid and carbon dioxide. The organic compounds are incompletely oxidized in anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration produces only two ATP molecules. This process is rare in plants and common in animals. It does not occur throughout the life of a plant, but it occurs when there is a shortage of O2. So differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, it takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. In aerobic respiration, complete oxidation of glucose takes place. In anaerobic respiration, glucose molecule is incompletely oxidized. In aerobic respiration, end products are carbon dioxide and water. In anaerobic respiration, the end products are either ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide. In aerobic respiration, lot of energy is liberated, 38 ATP molecules which are formed. In anaerobic respiration, relatively small energy is liberated, about 2 ATP molecules. In aerobic respiration, it occurs in plants and animal cells. Anaerobic respiration occur in many anaerobic bacteria and human muscle cells. So as in case of aerobic respiration, the complex, the organic substances, that is glucose, which is oxidized to carbon dioxide, water, and 686 kilocalories of energy is formed. In anaerobic respiration, after the oxidation of the glucose in the absence of oxygen, where that is converted into 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and 56 kilocalories of energy. Respiratory quotient. A respiratory quotient may be defined as the ratio between the volume of carbon dioxide given out and oxygen taken in simultaneously by a given weight of tissue in a given period of time at standard temperature and pressure. Respiratory quotient is equal to volume of carbon dioxide produced divided by volume of oxygen consumed per unit of time. The value of RQ depends on the nature of the substrate or the amount of oxygen present in the respiratory substrate and the extent to which the substrate is broken down in unit time. The respiratory quotient for carbohydrate is 1 because the amount of O2 utilized equal to the amount of carbon dioxide released. So it is less than 1 in proteins and fats because they require more O2 for oxidation. RQ is measured with the help of Genang's respirometer. RQ of carbohydrate, the complete oxidation of carbohydrate. So because 6C6H12O6 plus 6O2, it is equal to 6CO2 plus 6H2O. So in this reaction, 6 carbon dioxide molecules are produced and 6 oxygen molecules are consumed. So the RQ of carbohydrate is always 1. The respiratory quotient value varies with the nature of the substrate being used for the respiration. The following equation represents the complete oxidation of fatty acid, oleic acid, when used as a substrate for respiration. So the simplified equation for the aerobic respiration of oleic acid is 2C18H34O2 plus 51 O2, that is equal to 36 carbon dioxide plus 34 molecules of water. In this reaction, 36 molecules of carbon dioxide are produced and 51 oxygen molecules are consumed. Therefore, the RQ value of fatty acid is 0.7. RQ of proteins. Proteins and amino acids serve as a respiratory substrate only in seeds rich in proteins. In vegetative cells, proteins are utilized during the starvation. Proteins contains a low amount of oxygen. They require more oxygen for oxidation. Therefore, RQ is around 0.79. In germinating wheat, it is 0.65. RQ of organic acids. Organic acids are rich in oxygen and the proportion of oxygen to carbon dioxide is very high. When an organic acid is used as a respiratory substrate, lesser oxygen is needed and more CO2 is evolved. As a result, RQ value is found more than 1 as in case of citric acid. Any organic acid, the RQ value is always more than 1. RQ of succulent plants. In succulent plants like Opuntia and in the members of Crassulaceae, the stomata remain closed during daytime. At night, stomata are opened. Oxygen is absorbed and intermediate compounds like malic acid and citric acid are produced due to partial oxidation without the evolution of carbon dioxide. Hence, RQ value is found to be less than 1 and mostly 0. In daytime, when the complete oxidation of intermediate acids occurs, the carbon dioxide produced used up in photosynthesis. As a result, there is no evolution of carbon dioxide and RQ falls to 0. Significance of respiratory quotient. So, knowledge of respiratory quotient helps in determination of respiratory substrate. It helps in knowing the type of respiration being performed. It provides some information about major transformation of food materials. The last important point is it converts potential energy into kinetic energy, that is storable energy is converted into usable energy in cells. Then factors affecting aerobic respiration. The 8 environmental factors affecting the rate of respiration. So they are oxygen content of the atmosphere, effect of temperature, effect of light, effect of water contents, effect of respirable material, effect of carbon dioxide concentration and protoplasmic condition, as well as other factors. One by one. Oxygen content of the atmosphere. The percentage of oxygen in surrounding atmosphere greatly influence the rate of respiration. By the reduction of oxygen content of the air, however, causes no significant lowering in the respiratory rate until the percentage of the oxygen drops 10%. At 5%, oxygen the percentage that retard the rate of respiration. So as shown in the graph, with increasing the oxygen concentration in the atmosphere, the rate of respiration increases. But this effect is not as accelerating as much as we expected. So this response of plants and their parts depends on several factors. The plant tissues which ordinarily have low rate of respiration are not seriously affected by low concentration of oxygen as those which have higher rate of respiration. The graph showing different percentage of oxygen supply on the rate of respiration of isolated plant tissues. So the percentage of the oxygen that influence the rate of respiration. Again, if you of course the percent which is more than 10%, again that is increasing. So up to the optimal level, so the rate of respiration increases, so while increasing in the percentage of oxygen content. Again there is a reduction in the percentage of oxygen content that so provides less than 10% in the in vitro condition, that leads to the reduction in the respiratory activity. Effect of temperature on respiration. Like most chemicals, chemical reactions, the rate of respiration is greatly influenced by temperature. Estimation of Q10 of the process for a rise in temperature from 8 to 18 degrees centigrade gives Q10 of 2, indicating a chemical reaction. If the rise is at much higher starving temperature, say between 20 to 30, then the Q10 may be fall below 2. It should be borne in the mind that different plants or plant parts may show considerable variation in regard to the optimum temperature for respiration. The graph showing effect of temperature on the rate of respiration. There is a increasing in the temperature up to 30 to 35 degrees centigrade. Again the rate of respiration increases when the temperature which crosses more than 35 degrees centigrade. So that leads to the reduction in the rate of respiration. Light has indirect effects on the rate of respiration. With the increase in the light intensity, the temperature of the surrounding atmosphere also increases, that affecting the rate of respiration. Secondly, the quantity of respirable material in the plant depends upon the rate of photosynthesis, which is directly influenced by light, and the stomata remain open during day, and hence the rapid exchange of gases takes place through them. Effect of water contents on respiration. Over certain range, water content of the plant tissue greatly influence the rate of respiration. In most of the storageable seeds, the moisture content is kept below the point which allows a rapid respiration. With increasing the moisture content, the rate of respiration likely to go up, with the result a rapid loss of viability will occur. At the same time, the temperature will also rise and grain may be spoiled. Unlike most green tissues such as xerophytes, lichens and leafy mosses can be brought to an air dry condition at low humidity without any apparent loss in their viability. The graph showing effect of various moisture contents on the rate of respiration. So up to some extent, up to optimal level, so the rate of respiration increases with respect to the moisture content present in the atmosphere. Effect of respirable material. Amount and kind of respirable material present in the cells greatly affect the rate and course of respiration. It has been shown that plants respire more rapidly after having been exposed to conditions favorable for photosynthesis, during which carbohydrates are synthesized. Increase in respiration has also been observed to be associated with increase in soluble sugars. Effect of carbon dioxide concentration. The rate of respiration is normally not affected by increase of carbon dioxide concentration in the surrounding atmosphere up to 19%. But as the concentration increases from 10 to 80%, a progressive decrease in the respiration. Specific response to higher concentration, carbon dioxide concentration varies with the particular kind of tissue and plant. The effect of carbon dioxide concentration is more significant when the temperature and oxygen supply are low. At very high concentration of carbon dioxide, the plant tissues are injured or even killed. Protoplasmic factors. The young growing tissues which have greater amount of protoplasm as compared to older tissues show higher rate of respiration. The higher rate of respiration support the meristematic activities of the cells by supplying large amount of energy. The degree of hydration of the protoplasm in the cells affect the rate and mechanical injury to the plant tissues vis-a-vis luxuriate respiration. Other factors which affect the rate of respiration. Various chemicals such as cyanides, azides and fluorides have been reported to possess respiration retarding properties through their effect on respiratory enzymes. Respiration rate may be likely accelerated by low concentration of the compounds like ethylene, carbon monoxide, chloroform and ether. Chlorides of various minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium and magnesium have pronounced effect on the rate of respiration. Monovalent chlorides like KCl, potassium chloride, sodium chloride increase the rate of respiration, while divalent chlorides such as magnesium chloride and calcium chloride greatly decrease the rate of respiration. So these are some of the references I've used to make PPT and study material. So thank you for watching my video.